Welcome back for another year over at the Capital Audiofest in the VPI room over here. Guys, I'm super excited to have you back. I'm super excited to be here, especially with the new Forever series. And guys, this is actually, I've been so excited about the Model 1 that I haven't really even gone all that crazy about this. This is all technically new. We launched the VPI Vanquish here in this room right before COVID. We were ready to go, we launched it, everything was gonna be amazing for 2020. Who the heck saw that coming, huh? Killed the Vanquish, killed everything. Guys, I had orders, I had distributors. I think I had about I had 5 locked in orders for this crazy $150,000 turntable, and then a couple of others that were verbal, but probably would have materialized, and then the world changed. From that, everybody changed. I'm not gonna go through a whole history lesson over the past 4 years because nobody needs that depression of a discussion. But for me, this is a celebration. We are through it all. We've made through so many things. So guys, that room next door we just came from, that is meant to be the every person system. That is meant to be, you go home, you need some spirits, you need something to get away from the day, and there it is, good to go, easy to use. This is a statement. This is an unapologetic, I'm trying to use appropriate words because if I don't, my daughter's gonna beat the heck out of me because we have a rule. If I curse or say anything bad, she gets to hit me. But this is just an unapologetic show of our engineering manufacturing capabilities. A red, white, and blue, super high-end turntable. We've been calling it the Avenger statement. Harry's been calling it the Avenger V. What do we think? What do you think, guys? Your chance to name it right now.
Avenger Ultimate.
Ultimate. Well, there we go. We'll just keep. What do you think, Walter? Avenger statement or Avenger V?
Just call it the best.
The best. It's just the best. Why? Because taking trickle-down technology from the $150,000 flavor of this deck, dropping it down into a $50,000 flavor, which, guys, $50,000 is a lot of money, but that is a heck of a drop. Now, that being said also, guys, we are returning to our Vanquish stand. That is the other big thing here, because again, we started to launch it, and then just went to the wayside. This is a fully module high-end rack. It is machined and carefully thought out to have the path for your cabling. Guys, we will have the cleanest cabling of anyone here because it's built into the rack. Everything just go right from the top in, everything, so it's nice and easy. The racks are modular, different sizes. We can change this up with anything. This one's smaller for a phono. Then we were able to have the fine folks at Griffin with some amazing gear. And look at that, guys, the amazing Griffin essence sitting right in the rack. So that way making it fit, making it work. Because guys, just because it's high end, yeah, I know, red, white, and blue over here, that might make it a bit gaudy, but this is not a gaudy look. This is a very respectable, high-end industrial look. And guys, one of the reasons we did this, because believe it or not, there is a little bit more to this. On your left, we have red mounted with a Shyla cartridge. On our right, and I swear to God, it's because Goldie claimed this table because her favorite color is blue, right, baby? That's your table, right? We're gonna put that in your room? Yeah, she's got real exotic tastes over here, jeez. We have a Goldie cartridge on here. And guys, these are the tables we'll be, flipping through back and forth and whatnot. And then on the in the center, yes, that's your Goldie cartridge. So it's she's a fan. And guys, I love that I'm able to have them with me. I know maybe it makes it a little tougher and whatnot, but I do not care. Having a chance to have, I'm just trying to do exactly what my mom and dad did. They took me to all the shows. And now, guys, I'm having deja vu. Moments where they'll have like a tantrum or something like, oh my God, I did that to my dad. Oh man, I'm so glad he didn't kill me. So, so with it, guys, again, we're showcasing the high end of the modular nature of all this. And same thing with our tone arms, because over here, guys, this is a couple of things here. This is our brand new S tone arm. We put this on here, guys. We decided not to run it because we don't want to, it looks so clean, guys. We didn't want to mess with it. But I can take our brand new S tone arm, drop it on our Avenger pod, put it right there. Walter can mount the cartridge because he's really good at basically everything in this industry. And then we could just start spinning this right away. We want to get back to that side where whether it's entry level, high end, or super high end, enjoy your setup. Because if you want, and guys, no joke, right now, This silver table may become orange because there's a customer right now. I need to talk to the folks at Focal to match with their orange. Because if you want an orange turntable at this level, why not? Enjoy what you love. If you can hot rod your cars, why can't you hot rod your system, your turntable, or have a random arm pod? And you know what? If you go up to the Rabiot room, you'll see one of these pods with a bird of prey tone arm. You can do a Brinkman tone arm. You can do a Graham Phantom. We want to share because, and I mentioned this in the other room, the best way to, I don't want to have enemies or rivals or any of that. That's nonsense. This is the music industry. You get rid of them by making them your allies. If you make a tone arm, you make a turntable. I want to be able to put my tone arm on other people's decks, and I want to be able to put their tone arm onto my deck. Why? Because this is fun. At least it's supposed. At least I have fun with Walter over here. So again, guys, just to cover all the bases on the VPI side, we're showcasing our VPI Goldie, as I like knock into our arm, our VPI Shyla. This is the 100th anniversary Audio-Technica cartridge just because we love it in general. Audio-Technica has been a great partner. And then we are also reintroducing our VPI Avenger phono. This is a battery-operated phono. We're making 100, then after that we'll see what happens. And guys, we're doing it. Actually, this is probably the most inexpensive thing in this whole system. It's $2,500. $2,500. We're doing the first 100 like that, almost as I'm just gonna level with you. I feel bad. We were supposed to launch this 4 years ago, and we didn't because of the world. This product and this product got shafted because of the situation of life. So to me, it's almost a bit of a, hey, sorry it took us too long. Here it is at a more palatable price. So the initial run of the 100 will be $2,500, and then we'll see what happens after that if we get more exotic with the shape and everything else and design. Which is, I feel, the perfect baton toss to our good friend Walter Schofield of Audio Nexus Technology, who is the reason that we have such other fine gear in here. And Anthony, don't go too far, because we have you as well. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Before Walter, questions on what we have so far.
What's the price like this arm?
Oh, yeah, thank you. The S-Tone arm is $2,000. Oh, there we go. So the S-Tone arm, guys, is going to be, and that's a great question. So the Forever series is going to be available with or without the tone arm. Same thing with the Avenger. You can buy an Avenger with or without the tone arm, and nobody believes me when I say this. I'll tell the dealer or whoever, the customer, says, oh, send me the arm. Like, why is that? Like, so we can cut the arm board. Like, you'll cut the arm board for us? Like, well, yeah. Because if you want, and again, I'm picking on Brinkman because we have the wonderful Matthias here. If you want to put a Brinkman arm on my turntable, I want to make sure we mount it right. The worst in the world is when we get a jig from the internet that's the wrong model, we cut it, and then there's a back and forth. I want everyone to enjoy the experience. So the arm on its own is $2,000, just the arm. Now we will be launching another version of this next year with the removable head shell. Now, it's a whole debate as far as what's better, what's not. I'm not even getting into that. I'm just gonna get into the fact that this guy's gonna be one piece, and then later on we'll be doing it with a removable head shell. The arm is $2,000. The arm pod, I gotta double check, guys, my apologies. Yeah, and speaking of which, see, and it even matches her. And this is the lovely Shyla again over here, guys. And I'll tell you, the reason why I'm just so motivated, it just can't stop, is because of this one, and Goldie. You know, it gives you that motivation. And there she is. No matter how rough the day is, come on, she's setting up cartridges, guys. I mean, it's like $100 Audio-Technicas, but still, it's an amazing thing. Other questions about anything VPI related? And the lovely Meredith, yeah. Yes, Jay?
That arm come in different lengths?
It will. At the moment, I liked you standing so close, Walter. And this is Goldie. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey. Hi. Come here. Stay here for a second. Say hi. Yeah, you say Allison's so amazing.
So I just want to thank VPI for having us here, Stenheim. I'm Walter Schofield with Nexus Audio Technologies. I'm the Stenheim guy in North America. So we're very, very pleased to be able to partner with VPI, especially since they've got some excellent new products coming out at this point with their Forever Series turntables. Yeah! We have our Ultime 2 loudspeakers here. The system configuration or the lineup of Stenheim is the Illumine series, a stand mounter called the Illumine 2 or 2SE, which has better wiring, better crossover components. The 2.5, the first floor stander, the 3 and 3SE, the 5.5 SE. That's all part of the Illuminae series. This is part of the reference series. Believe it or not, it's the entry level to the reference series. These are $200,000 a pair, including the stands. You know, they weigh about 500 pounds. And Jean-Pascal Panchard, the CEO of Stenheim, whom I'm going to introduce to you in a moment, I'm trying to convince him to build speakers out of styrofoam, but he's not having it. Just can't get.
He's got to do karate again. This stuff's light.
Just can't deal with it. So I'm going to let Jean-Pascal tell you about the philosophy of Stenheim, you know, what's behind it. And then Jean-Pascal is going to hand it over to our good friend Anthony Chiarella to talk to you a bit about Griffin, okay? And then we're going to throw in a couple of great tunes, including that Charlie Daniels tune that Harry referred to earlier. All right, Jean-Pascal?
Thank you, Walter.
You bet.
And thank you to VPI and the whole family for the invitation in your room. That's a great pleasure, great honor to be here.
It's
really.
your fault for making such great speakers. Guys, these are
I'm
the
sorry.
speakers from Expona.
Yeah.
We made them bring them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I think it was we did such a great experience at Expona with you, and we had a huge success this year. But already last year. Yeah, with Nordos, of course, in Nordos room. And yes, in this room, we are really happy to be associated with this extraordinary gear, this really extraordinary turntable. So now let's talk a few words about Stenheim. I don't want to be too long. I just would like to say that the main concept is based on the three main points, I would say. Aluminum enclosure. Aluminum enclosure, when it's well done, well damped, can be extraordinary. Extraordinary because, in fact, you avoid all the coloration, all the unwanted sound coming from the enclosure. Of course, in a speaker, that the driver has to speak, not the enclosure. So we pay a lot of attention to get the least noisy enclosure. So that's a big part, because if you don't have a contribution, you have first no coloration. It means that the music speaks for itself. You have a little signature from the speakers. And the other point, which is very important, this unwanted coloration or vibration can hide the little information. So you can even have a more clear, a more detailed, and more because you have more information that you can hear. So that's a very important part. The second part, which is also very important, maybe the most, that's the driver. The driver, we are using the highest efficiency available without holes. So we prefer to use the driver itself because it's much easier to match them together. Because that's very important, matching the drivers. We have several drivers, but we need to have a kind of one equivalent source. So they have to play exactly together, the same timing. So the minimum of phase, so phase coherence, what we call, because if you have everything in place, you have an extraordinary rendition of the soundstage, which is a must. And not only the soundstage, also about the timing. You know how important is the timing in the reproduction, to have the feeling that something is. We are very sensitive as humans. We are very sensitive to the timing. So that's the two most important. The third thing, that's the things we don't see. That's the crossover. Crossover, yeah, we can speak a lot about the crossover. We are trying to get the least influence coming from the crossover. Of course, we are not only one in this task, but really we pay a lot of attention that the crossover limits the side effect that will affect the quality of sound first, but also the quality of the amplifier, because the amplifiers, sometimes has a very hard work to drive speakers if you don't pay attention to the crossover and you have something too sophisticated, too low impedance. That's really challenging for the amplifier. We try to limit this, and with the high efficiency and this easy load crossover, we're able to be matched with almost any good amplifier, even if it's tube, low power, which is an advantage. So at the end, also something very important, to have the perfect balance, the crossover really has to be aligned in terms of technology, of course, but that in terms of quality of components. So we are not only focusing on the best quality components. We do, of course, but not only, because what we believe is the match, to find the right components at the right place. And then we have golden ears, we pay a lot attention, a lot of listening to find the right balance on all components to get the best, the most natural sound. That's very important. So I think I don't want to be too long. Hope it was not. And I hope you will enjoy.
I'd like to add one thing to this, and it kind of ties a couple of things that Jean-Pascal talked about. One of the things that stuck out to me upon visiting their factory was that they optimize each driver for each particular cabinet.
True.
So if you have a mid-range driver that it looks the same when it starts out, the surround of this one is treated with a different material. The cone is treated with a different material. There might be some changes internally to the driver itself, maybe a field geometry, but optimizing it to the particular cabinet, therefore allowing them to use fewer crossover components to preserve phase integrity of the loudspeaker. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's 100 mic caps slung across a tweeter like an old KLH or Advent or AR speaker. It's got multiple components, but it doesn't have briefcase full of components to correct the behavior of the drivers like a lot of other speakers do. Just wanted to clarify that. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Jean-Pascal. It was very nice of you. And we're going to hand this over to a Mr. Anthony Chiarella, our friend with Griffin. And then we're going to show you what we've got going on with this entire system. We'll stop talking and go from there. Anthony.
Thanks so much.
You got it, bro.
Thanks to Walter. Thanks to Jean-Pascal. Mostly thanks to Matt and Harry and VPI. I got to say, I'm going to make this very quick. No one believes it, but I am going to make this very quick. I've known Matt since he was 5. And one of the great pleasures of having spent my life in hi-fi is watching this guy blossom into not only a great hi-fi industry executive, a great college professor, a great sensei and dojo owner, and just a great human being. I'm privileged to call him a friend. Very quick things about Griffin. So next year, 2025, will be Griffin's 40th anniversary. In advance of that, we just released a new integrated amplifier, the Diablo 333. It's already got a bunch of reviews which are up online. Absolute Sound and Stereophile reviews will hit next month. They're kind of over the top. The reason I mention that product, a product which is not here, we have our separates here. So all our integrated amps are Class A-B. All our power amps are Class A. I think what you hear in a couple of seconds when I'm done speaking is going to be pretty amazing. When it comes to Griffin, it only gets better from here. So we have a pair, Griffin makes 4 different power amplifiers, all available as stereo or mono. These are our Essence mono blocks. They're 55 watts each, pure Class A, which is more than enough for these very efficient, easy to drive super speakers. We go up to the Apex, which are $210,000 a pair, and we have some other ones in between. This is a phenomenal preamp. It's the Essence preamp. It's about $18,000. Again, that's our least expensive preamp. our top of the line is Commander. The fact is that I wish I had had those products to bring down here, although they're so heavy, I don't think even Matt could lift them. I sure as hell can't. But I think what you're going to hear will really give you, we call them essence because this is the essence of Griffin. And from there, again, it gets bigger and better. Mostly bigger. The sound of these, the tonal quality of these amplifiers is virtually identical to what we get with our flagship Apex. I don't want to take anyone's time away from listening, so I'm going to stop talking. If you have questions, I'm here for the entire show. You will certainly recognize me. I'll be going around in the mullet wig. And if anyone wants to talk about Griffin, I'm happy to do so. Thanks for your time. I'm sorry to take this long.
Tap dancing because of the isolation, or you just feel like you're touching your table. There we have it.
song that never ends.
Makes you want to clap.
Doesn't it? Yeah. Hey, thank you, Mark Henniger, for hanging up for such a long song.
Will